Hey everybody, today I will show you how to work using two indicators, Parabolic SAR and Ichimoku Cloud. First of all, let's start gradually, specifically with Parabolic SAR. The essence of this indicator is quite simple. If the point is under the candlestick, as here, then we can open a position on the upside. If the point is above the candlesticks, we open a position on the downside. It's simple, but this indicator has some problems in case of upward movement. We encounter such moments when our indicator lights up, but our position goes into a loss. In this regard, I suggest supplementing this with the Ichimoku Cloud indicator. Let's move on to it. This indicator seems to be quite difficult to understand at first glance, but if you deal with it gradually, everything becomes very clear. First of all, we have to understand what we have. Conversion line is the blue line, baseline is the red line, lag is the green line, and the two lines that emphasize the clouds. First of all, I suggest to deal with clouds, because it is the most voluminous thing in this indicator. Let's start with a long position. We open a position only when the candles are above the clouds and when the clouds are green. And in this situation, we can open a long position and, in principle, pull it further until this moment. The bottom line is that we should not trade when we have candlesticks inside a given cloud. That is, it is absolutely impossible to open a position here because the price is inside the cloud. Exactly the same is the case with the downward movement. We can see that we have a red cloud and we have candles under this cloud, so we are on trend. In this regard, a downside position is opening right here. That's what it's about, entering a position. Now let's move on to the conversion line and baseline. Lagging span I don't use, although you can use it, but the blue and red lines are enough for productive analysis. Let's use exactly the same strategy we had before. We see the upward movement of the green clouds. We see that in this situation, the blue line has crossed the red line, crossed from the bottom to the top, and at this point, we can open a position on the upside and wait until we have the impression back. We will see how accurate the signal has become, because in the previous case, we would have closed here. It's a smaller profit. In the case of a downward movement, we have to wait until the blue line crosses the red line from top to bottom again. So we see a red cloud here, that the candles are under this cloud. And in this situation, we see that the blue line crossed the red line from top to bottom. This is a reason to open a position on the downside. It crossed here because of this. We are opening a position on the downside, and we wait for the crossing back over. This is all cool, but we can improve the strategy even more by removing the blue and red lines from the cloud, and instead, we put a Parabolic SAR. It's pretty simple. We see a downward movement. So we see when we have clouds in red, that is a downward movement. And to all of this, candlesticks are under the clouds, and above the candlesticks, Parabolic SAR lights up, and we open a position here. As for the exit will only be concluded when either the SAR is no longer above the candlestick or we come, as in this situation, into the cloud. That is, when the cloud is touched, we close the position. When we have a SAR that is no longer above the candle, we also close the position. And when we have a cloud, color change, we also close the position. Back again in this situation. We can see that we could have two positions here because the green SAR cloud is under the candlesticks. And we only open a position when the price is above the cloud. Not in the cloud, but above the cloud. The first position consisted in this way, because then was above the candles. And the second position would be as follows. As you can see, amazing results and amazing signals can be caught with these indicators all quite simply. This is because Ichimoku shows the general trend direction and SAR corrects this trend and helps to find accurate signals.